What's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna get right into it. I love to keep it transparent with you guys through this journey, and it's easy to show the wins and the trades when it works out and when you do everything right. But I like to show the lessons. I like to show the lessons and how it's shaping this and how it's shaping my psychology, because ultimately that's going to lead to consistent profitability, and that is the objective. That is the objective. And today, it's been a tough week for me, guys. I can't even lie. Um, but it's a blessing, and I'm not even gonna say it's in disguise, because it's not. There's nothing disguised about it, um, because those lessons are needed. The lessons are just needed, in order for us to take 10 steps forward. Sometimes it requires a couple steps backwards, right? Not that backwards means we're regressing, but ultimately, we're just getting a different angle. We're just getting a different angle, right? So I'm gonna take you guys through my entire trade log, really just consisting of my trades I took today. We're gonna go through those. You're gonna see my trade log, and then we're gonna go through those on the chart. So I'm gonna go trade log, chart, trade log, chart. All right, let's get into it. First, it's my trade log right here. Right, it's my trade log. So you see, the bottom corner, $100 to 1K. And so anything blank up here is unacceptable. Anything blank is unacceptable, right? In order for me to reach consistent profitability, there can be no blanks. What does blanks tell me? Blanks tells me that I'm not documenting my trades. I'm not logging my trades. I'm not logging, you know, a really big part of just checking a box, for me mentally, in terms of psychology. Like, am I being patient and disciplined? Yes. Was I? Because I can be honest with myself. There's times where I have acted at an impulse. Am I being patient or disciplined? Am I being patient and disciplined? Did I follow my plan? Two very simple questions that tell me a lot. And then I use this box. I use this box for a number of different things, right? So you see in this one, I wrote kind of notes just on my analysis of what I was looking at. But I also like to write notes on how I was feeling, right? But anytime it's blank, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And this is a really big part as well. How much am I risking on each trade? How much am I risking on each trade? This is a big help right here for risk management. And in order to increase our profits, and to see that compound work itself, we have to preserve our capital, and that's risk management 101, right? So anything blank, unacceptable. And even you see on the two trades that I profited from, later this evening, blank, unacceptable, right? And even if, because there are times where I'm taking trades, let's say I'm trading off my phone, or I'm trading off my computer, or I'm trading at work, whatever the case may be, I have to document this, this, this. Like, those are non-negotiable. This is just like additional insights. But everything right here, I can always find this information and this. But there's three here that are just non-negotiables, right? And so we're gonna start. Get rid of that. We're gonna start. Let's see here. That 1749. That was revenge trading at its fine, or that was hope trading at its finest. This one right here. But let's start with this one. I believe it is 342. That was from today. First trade from today at 5:10 a.m. All right, first trade from today at 5:10 a.m. Let's get rid of that. Let's get to 5:10 a.m. Go down to the 5 minute. 5:10 a.m. is when I entered the trade. All right, and so in another video, I'm gonna go through just my strategy, what I'm looking for, from A to Z. From I'll go through quickly how I mark up my chart and just establish that long-term trend, and then I'll get down to like what I'm looking for to execute positions. Because when I go over these back tests, and I'm being transparent, and I'm talking to you guys, um, and I'm showing you how I had a plan, right? And I just simply didn't follow it, and we can see how that is exposed in our back testing, right? And you guys will only be able to kind of see it from my perspective if I show you, just how I'm looking to execute, right? So I'm going to do that in another video, but while I'm showing you this here, right, I'm going to still walk through it, because when I'm back testing you, this you're getting kind of behind the scenes into how I back test, right? Because this is exactly how I go about it. I just got the camera on and I got the mic on, right? But you're gonna see how I go about my back testing with my trade log, because it just reaffirms my edge, right? And it's not deteriorating to my confidence at all mentally, because it all comes down to me executing my plan and not being like a sailboat in the sea. And the water, in this case price action, just moving me around, right? That's what the plan is for. We have a plan when we're in the water. So yeah, let's get into it. Five ten is when I entered this trade, right? So literally this candlestick, all right? And so this is a completely naked chart I have right here. This is a completely naked chart. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark up this chart really quick, and it's gonna be really close to whatever my markup would have been on my other chart, when I was actually entering the trade, because I don't switch up how I mark up my charts and find my levels, right? So what I would do is go to my daily. All right, I like to sandwich price daily. All right, so now price is sandwiched. Price is sandwiched on my daily. All right, let's go down to the 1 hour. And you guys are probably like, what is he looking for? Three candle structure. Three candle structure. And I like to use historical price. So I keep finding these three candle structures. There was one originally at this level, right? But as I keep looking left, I'm like, okay, that came from somewhere. I see one at this level, but that came from somewhere. I see one at this level, right? Then I see one at this level. Then I see one at this level. Then ultimately, I find the one that started this all, right? And that's where I like to get that one, because I have price sandwiched between here and here right now, and now I have price sandwiched between here and here right now, right? And now I'm gonna see if I can sandwich price between somewhere here, right? And as I look right here, right, I see price can get sandwiched there because of this over here, and everything I'm seeing on this side, right? And so now I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that right there. And then I go down to my 15, and my 15 minute, this is the time frame I'm looking for my executions on. For my initial signal. So this is my initial signal that, okay, Marcus, get ready, because we might have some executions. We might be able to take an execution. But I'm still trying to sandwich price. I did just see a decision-making level. Where did it go? Okay, there it goes. Right, and I got this right here, boom. right? So this is pretty, and this is it. This is it. This is literally how I do my. This is my I find my areas, the areas that price can potentially travel, whether it's bullish or bearish, right? So that's all I need for now. Let's even do this. Let's even go down to 5. All right, let's see if there's anything. Okay, yeah, I figured that was a tight space. All right, cool. So got my levels, right? What I don't do is try to trade through levels. I trade to levels and not through levels, right? So in this case, right, as we're approaching this level, I don't want to trade through this level. If I was down here and I bought to this level, that's fine because I'm trading to a level. So if I were to enter a buy here, I can't, that would go against my rules because I'm trying to trade through a level. So based on, if just looking at my levels per my rules, I can only sell from this point, right? I can only sell from this point, right? Which is fine because I can take it back down to this level. But ultimately on my 15-minute, I have a confirmation. Okay, let me reverse just a little bit. So we go to my daily. Let me establish my trend, right? So we have been in a bullish trend. We were in a bearish trend, but then we broke, a pretty good, trend. We'll say something like that. Broke that trend, and since then we've been in a bullish trend. We even had a little bit of correction here, and since that correction, we have been in a bullish trend, right? We can even do some. Nah, I like this better, right? We've been in a bullish trend, right? That's what we've been in. We haven't necessarily broke this area here to then reverse the trend again. So this is the daily. We've been in a bullish trend, right? I go down to my 1 hour. Okay, my 1 hour says we have also been in a bullish trend. And I love when this happens too. Like, you guys wonder why I'm going to talk about my 3-candle structure all the time. Anytime you see a video from me and it has to do with the charts, you're going to see me refer to 3-candle structure because I see it all the time. And I always see it happening at very, very key levels. Very, very key levels. So not only is this an area where my trend 1 hour, ironically, my 1 hour trend line began, ironically, when the bullish move came in, we're talking about a decision-making level. We're talking about a 1 hour order block, right? We're talking about this move happening right at a 155 psychological level, institutional number. Like, all that is just money, how that adds up, right? So that analysis right there tells me that if I take sells, I'm going against the trend. I'm going against the trend, and I have it right here on my board. Stay in the trend. Stay in the trend. We don't want to go against it. We want to stay in the trend, right? We want to stay in the trend. So that's my analysis, right? Based on top down, right? The only thing I haven't done, which I can do really quick, is mark up some inefficiencies in price action. So fair value gaps. And what do I see? I see one right now. Let me go to this 15 though and see if I see anything I like better on the 15. Actually, I like it on this hour. This hour is fine. This hour is fine. So within this hour, I do see that fair value gap there, which isn't much. I thought there was one earlier I saw, but maybe not. Anyways, we won't even talk about that today. Then we won't even talk about that today. So we'll just leave it at that. Got my analysis top down. As far as liquidity points, throughout this entire trend, I'm seeing wicks. I'm seeing money sitting here. I'm seeing stop losses that still need to be hunted. And then on this top side, I am seeing that's where it was. It was on the top side that I'm seeing those inefficiencies or fair value gaps, right? Along with accumulation and liquidity. We've already on this move taken out these points of liquidity, right? So as far as on the bullish side of things, we have some ways to go grab some more liquidity, unless we want to stop at this level here, and take that out. And so top-down analysis, there you have it. That's pretty much it. That's literally it. Um, Establish the trend, sandwich price, right? What based on all of this, I'm waiting for a bullish signal. I'm waiting for a bullish signal, right? But as you see, that's not what I need. As you see, the first trade I took was a sell. Or excuse me, the first trade I took was a buy. It was a buy, right? So at 510, I took a buy. I actually need to I knew I needed to add something in there. I need to add in on this trade log, buy and sell, just so I know. I can tell based on my P&L and where my entry and exit was, but I need to add that in there. So I entered a buy at 510. At 510, I entered a buy, which based on my analysis, right? Nice. Based on the technical analysis, beautiful, right? But one thing that I understood fundamentally prior to this was that there is already high speculation on the BOJ rate hikes. So BOJ, Bank of Japan, hiking their interest rates, that would then strengthen their currency. That would then strengthen the yen, right? And so if the yen is stronger than the dollar, UJ goes downwards, right? So based on that one fundamental factor, especially because the fact that the yen has been struggling for the last handful of months, and the BOJ has they haven't rushed any type of intervention because they knew the rate hikes were coming up. They just kind of analyzing data, and then another really big one that practically every country was waiting on was the inauguration and Trump, talking about policies and just a little more insight to the future of the U.S. economy. Especially a big partner like Japan was kind of waiting for that to unfold, right? And I knew all that even before looking at technicals. And in my sentiment, my opinion, that was going to put some downward pressure on UJ, right? And so I still entered a buy knowing that was sitting on the back end fundamentally, right? And yeah, so that's that. So kind of I don't so the fundamentals, they're macro, right? They're on a macro scale. They're on a high time frame. That doesn't mean they won't show themselves on the micro time frames, but we have to be careful because those macro factors don't immediately impact all the time, right? They don't immediately impact all the time. So we have to have our analysis balanced enough to where we can understand what the macro looks like and then still execute on the micro and the opportunities that it presents in the micro, right? And so I understood the fundamentals. My technical was actually supporting potentially going bullish. The fundamentals were supporting going bearish. Ultimately, this is why we have an edge, guys. Marcus, this is why we have a freaking edge, bro. Because watch this, right? So one of my edges, right? Is VXT. I need this line, this lagging line above price, for me to enter. Simply put, for me to enter a buy, I need this line above price, right? Just that simple. Is this line above price? No. Marcus, so why did you enter? It's simply put, why did you enter? There was no confluence for my edge to enter. Everything that I just went over with you guys before this, it had nothing to do with my edge. Our edge is what we find that happens over, what we find that has a high probability, right? That is my edge. VXT is my edge. I use the cloud and I use the MACD. That's my edge, right? That has a high probability rate, right? Time and time again, back tested it. The stuff that I just mentioned to you guys about the fundamentals and about the technicals, that's just analysis. That's just sentiment, right? That's just building a story. That really has no truth. That's just the story that I built based on all the information I had, right? How I enter and exit is based on an edge. It's like the casino game. It's based on a list of probabilities, right? So no reason for me to enter this trade here. Absolutely none, right? So this is the 15, so then I play it forward a little bit. And then I get this. Let me pull my MACD too, because my MACD is important. And then I get this, right? So I'm getting a rejection at what? At my decision-making level. My decision-making level also acts as what? A force field. It acts as a magnet and a force field. In this case, it's acting as a force field, right? So I get that rejection there, right? And remember, I said I can't trade through levels. So not only did I try to trade through this level by entering a buy, I also didn't follow my plan because my lagging line was not above price, right? And so what are my options here? Like I said, I can trade 2 levels. Where's the next level I can trade to given where we are right now? This one right here. Okay. And based on my 15-minute, right? So whenever this line right here is below my price on my 15-minute, right, I go down to my lower time frame and I'm looking for the same thing, right? I'm looking for the same confirmations. So in this instance, I'm looking for this line to be below price, and then I'm good. And then I'm good as long as we're not moving on a level, right? As long as we're not moving on, we have to have broken that level, or we have to be moving towards that level, but we cannot be on that level when it's happening, right? And so I get this on the 15, right? This right here is my signal. I love when I see that on the 15 because that's telling me that in this case, buyers are weak, and we've seen during this entire move, buyers haven't really done anything, right? So every time that I'm like, as I'm back testing right now and in real time, every time that I see like this bar, I'm kind of more cautious because it's telling me that they're running out of steam, right? And so when I get that, oh yeah, I'm going down to the 5-minute for sure. I'm going down to the 5-minute and I'm waiting for my confirmation, right? I'm waiting for my confirmation. I'm waiting for this time frame to basically support this and what I'm seeing here, right? Okay. So what do I need to wait for? I need to wait for this line to get below price. Okay, boom. It's below price. Can I enter here? No, I can't because I'm moving on this level. And I don't want to get caught up in something like this, where it comes down here, then it starts just doing this. I can't tell you how many times that has happened, just because that's what these levels are for. I kid you not. It's so clean when price is communicating with those. All right. So then I stay here on this time frame, all right, and then I get that. And now I'm just watching this time frame because I'm watching how price is communicating at this level. I'm watching how my MACD is communicating in terms of momentum and volume, right? I'm watching that. And then I get that. And let's go. That's my entry. And look, perfect. Wow. I get that break. Beautiful. That's my entry, right? So what I can do, take that candle. Oh, good grief. Take that candle, we'll just call it the candle close there, right? And stop loss, I want to move my stop loss and I want to move it to this portion of the cloud or this portion of the cloud, right? So it can either be on the 15-minute or it can either be on the 5, right? In this case, I'm okay with it being the 15. I'm okay with being the 15 because that's only about 36 pips. That's not too bad at all. Let's take it down to, let's take it for just 2-to-1. Let's just call it 2-to-1, right? And let's see what happens. This is the trade that I should have took, the first trade of the day, but it wasn't. So then I go down to my 5. And boom, I would hit my TP. That was one trade. Look how many trades I took today. Look how many trades I took today. I just showed you guys. Literally, I told you my strategy, what I'm looking for. I showed you the first trade that I took on this trade log, the first one, this one right here. I showed you guys that I should not have taken that trade, and the actual trade that I should have taken after that, right? Which would have been at 635, or 635, right? Let's see. I took a trade at 510. I took a trade at 543. I took a trade at 538. I took a trade at 554. And then I took a trade at 634. And I took a trade at 630. Like, bro, what? Like, what are you doing? And the reason I love it so much because it's so clear when you backtest, because you're not like engaged with the market, so those emotions like aren't there. You're just fully in a observation mode. And what I just showed you guys, like, I'm not sugarcoating anything. That's my strat. That's what I look for, like stop loss, all of that. Like, that's what I look for, right? I tell myself, okay, 15-minute. If my cloud's at a manageable range, which is normally below 50 pips, then I'll use that 15-minute break as my stop loss, right? And there has been times where I'm trying to get this perfect fine, very small stop loss, and then I get stopped out, right? And then I get stopped out, and I get stopped out. But I have a plan, bro, so just follow it. Just follow it. That's what it's for. But I just showed you guys right there. I took, oh, that's so great. This is the first time I backtested, like, with my trade log today. I backtested a little bit earlier on my lunch. And like I was just, like I said, it was just, I had a lot of realizations today, like in terms of, not even just like chart related, just validating what I'm seeing, and just knowing what I need to fix, like for me to take it to the next level, right? And so I literally took, I want to see this real quick. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I took 6 trades today when before those, there wasn't one that I should have taken following my plan prior to those 6. Like the first trade that I should have taken was right here at 635. And I took 6 before this one showed. Like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just crazy. So yeah, I don't even need to go over these, because you know what this was? Revenge trading, over leveraging, right? I was trying to get it all back. I was 1000% revenge trading today. Like even after I took the trade, I can feel myself like, damn, like I was even down here when I profited. You see, I upped my lot size. Like, Marcus, do you know that like the most powerful thing about this? I can control everything that I've talked about today. I'm not sitting here blaming the market. I'm not trying to change my edge, because my edge is one thing I know damn well works. I know it. Like, I have no doubt about my edge and how I execute and exit the market. It clearly wasn't about that. We're talking 70 pips, and all I needed to do was be patient. That's it. I just needed to be patient. I would have absorbed news, all of that. Would have been in some decent profit here to where, all right, maybe I would have collected that there. You know, from analyzing my MACD, you know, and whatnot. Let's go down to the 15. Right, seeing on the 15 here. Okay, we got this correction here. Got this correction, but still within our stop loss. Right, then we get this strong push down, and then boom, what do we get? After we get the correction and strong push down, what do we get? We get weak volume bar, right? So maybe I close out my trade there, right? Okay, 15 pips, cool, collect 15 pips. Okay, then it goes down a little bit more, but you know, volume is weak, so you know, I don't want to get into that one anyway, right? Right. Then price corrects itself. Oh, gets right back into my area. Gets right back into my areas, right? And then you know, I'm able to scale back in from there, right? And then I take it for another 70 pips. Until when? Until when? Until I get that. Boom, there she goes. Until I get that. That one right there. And I exit right on that candle. But I didn't even give myself an opportunity to really approach the market like that because I was revenge trading. Like, bro, what? I can't wait to see the markets next week. Right? Because like I said, I feel this shit coming. I feel it coming because it's literally like the most simple adjustments. Following it, and this is why trading is so fun, but it can be really frustrating because like it's all about how you can execute a plan. And one thing that I come at fault with, when I'm at fault with, is I'm a junkie. I'm a trading junkie. So when I see all these opportunities, and the more I'm sitting there and I'm analyzing the market, the more I'm analyzing, the more I'm not thinking about my plan and my edge. I'm like analyzing everything else. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like, okay, my plan, my strategy, my edge, wait for that to present itself. Still interpret the other factors, but at the end of the day, my edge is non-negotiable. It because like there's just no, like, why have an edge if you're not going to follow it? And there's no way to really benefit from this trade log if you don't have 30 trades in a row where you're following your edge. There's no way to get like proper data to say, is my edge really, is my edge the problem? There's no way to be able to tell, right? And one thing that I know, and we're gonna see it, I promise you, we're gonna see it. There's no way that but based on how I've approached things, there's no way that I can even say, oh, my edge is not the problem, right? Because I haven't given myself enough data um, to remove that statement. I know it from back testing, but for the purpose of this, I have not taken 30 trades in a row where I have executed my edge perfectly to a T, right? To be able to gain that data, to be able to gain that data. And so, yeah, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today. I didn't go through. I'm not gonna go through the rest of these trades because, as you guys see, like I don't even like that I profited on these. I wish this was all red, for real, because like the P and L, it's such a liar, bro. It's such a liar, like to an extent. Over a certain amount of time, it's gonna expose what type of trader I am, right? But like I said, these losses are needed, and the thing is, I'm not stubborn about it. I'm completely aware. I know I was revenge trading. I know my risk was complete, just terrible. Look at this, $17. How did I even let that happen, right? Just over leveraging, hopeful, right? Revenge trading, just things that take most traders out, but it's not going to take EHM trades out. I promise you, it's not going to take EHM trades out, right? Because I'm aware, right? And I know my edge is fire, right? It's simple, and only thing I need to do is continuously backtest, right? Because that's how you build that trust, right? And so, yeah, that's crazy seeing that right there, seeing that. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through the rest of these. I was actually gonna go through the rest of them, but as you see, like this is the first time that I'm actually sitting here and realizing that I took 6 trades prior to there being like one based on my edge. Um, like there's nothing else that I need to go over when it comes to that. Because first of all, there's no data for me to go off of because all this is blank, right? So the only thing I'm truly going off of is the P&L, right? And then based on these entry points, the very first one already confirmed to me that these next 6, there's no way they could be valid. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yes, hey, I'm telling you, hey, that's what I'm here for, though. I'm here to show you guys that this journey is not only long, right? But it's not apologetic. It's not apologetic. You're either gonna figure it out, or you're just gonna keep learning lessons, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, but what we don't want to do is learn the same lesson over and over and over again. And trading will make you learn the same lesson over and over and over and over again until you get it right. Until you get it right. And you just got to stay down, stay strong, persistent, resilient, and you will get it right. And I'm going to be living proof that you will get it right, even after I've had one of my worst trading weeks in a while. Like we're talking, what was I this week? Let's see. Um, Today, let's see what I was for this week. Right, I lost a total of $36. Remember, I only had $100 account. I only have $100 account. So you see down here, well, I switched my screen, but I funded my account $53 today to bring my balance up to 103. So this is we're on a journey from $100 to 1K, right? I'm gonna do $100 to 1K. I'm gonna do that 10 times, right? I'm gonna turn $100 to 1K 10 times, right? And then we're gonna turn 1K into 10K 10 times, right? And then we're gonna go from there. Those are the objectives, right? VXT, right? We don't need to rush it. We don't need to hit 100,000 overnight, right? But over the accumulation of time, we're gonna definitely get to where we want to go. Let's see. I took a trade 116. No, this week was the 20th, right? I believe this week started, the 21st. So 296. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Taking 29 trades this week. 29 trades. Even that number sounds just ridiculous. Not that taking a lot of trades is bad, but for me, like I know I'm over trading. Taking 29 trades in only 3 days of trading, because I didn't trade on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days of trading, 29 trades. That's like almost 10 trades a day. That's not like me at all. That's over leveraging. That's trying to squeeze every opportunity. That's analyzing every single opportunity. That's like the happy medium with developing your, especially like technical analysis, right? Because the more, like, think about when you first started trading, you didn't see all the opportunities you see now. Like when you first started trading, you didn't see all the opportunities because you didn't know what you were really looking at, right? And so like the more opportunities you see now, the more opportunities I see now, the more I'm trying to execute on that opportunity and that opportunity and that opportunity and that one and that one and that one. Instead, just following the plan, bro. Follow the plan. BXT, follow the plan. That's why we have that strategy. That's why we have that edge. That's why we were up at 4 a.m. going over that edge month after month after month. That's why we were back testing that edge over thousands of times. That's why we did it. There's no, that's why we're still using it, because we know the shit works. So let it work. Let it work. Let it work. So 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 29 trades I took this week, and 20 of them I took L's on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're like, bro, why are you so happy? Why am I so happy? Because the best traders are the best losers. The best traders are the best losers. The traders that quit are the traders that don't know how to lose. They don't know how to lose and grow from it. The best traders are the best losers. Right? Doesn't mean I want to lose every single trade I take. Of course I want to win every single trade I take. I don't put a trade on because I think it's going to be a loser. But I do accept the fact that it's a game of probabilities. I'm not going to win every single trade. I know that. That's why risk management is a big one. Based on my edge, though, based on the probabilities of my edge, if I just follow my plan, there is a high probability that I'm going to profit more than the times I'm going to learn a lesson. Simply put, follow the damn plan. VXT, EHM trades. Be on the lookout for the next video. I'm gonna go over my strategy, what I look for, right? So I'm gonna, do my top-down analysis. I went over it briefly here. I'm gonna do my top-down, and then, I'm gonna go through exactly what I'm looking for to execute. I'll even show us a few examples, but yeah, I'm gonna show you how fire this edge is, and that if I just follow my plan, there's literally nothing stopping me from turning $100 into $1,000. EHM trades, I'm out.